स्वागत है आपका विज्ञान की आवाज़ कार्यक्रम में। यह पॉडकास्ट की श्रृंखला अब तक पहुंचाई जा रही है मीडिया फॉर कम्युनिटी फाउंडेशन द्वारा, जिसे उत्प्रेरित और समर्थन दिया है राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संचार परिषद ने। विज्ञान की आवाज़ कार्यक्रम से आपको मिलती है देश और दुनिया में होने वाली विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी की अपडेट। साथ ही साथ हम करवाते हैं आपकी मुलाकात देश के उन तमाम वैज्ञानिकों और साइंस लैब से जो भारत को और बेहतर बनाने में लगातार अग्रसर हैं। आज का विज्ञान की आवाज राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस विशेष है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस पर सभी वैज्ञानिकों को दी बधाई। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने मंगलवार को राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस पर सभी वैज्ञानिकों और अन्वेषकों को बधाई दी।
आज का दिन भारत के महान वैज्ञानिक डॉक्टर सीवी रमन जी द्वारा की गई रमन इफेक्ट खोज को समर्पित है। कि रमन इफेक्ट की खोज ने पूरी विज्ञान की दिशा को बदल दिया। हमारे देश के अनगिनत वैज्ञानिक हैं जिनके योगदान के बिना साइंस इतनी प्रगति नहीं कर सकती। साइंस में पैशन के साथ जब देश की सेवा का संकल्प जुड़ जाता है तो नतीजे भी अभूतपूर्व आते हैं। साइंस के प्रयास बड़ी उपलब्धियों में तभी बदल सकते हैं जब वो लैब से निकलकर लैंड तक पहुंचे, जब उसका प्रभाव ग्लोबल से लेकर ग्रासरूट तक हो, जब उसका विस्तार जर्नल से लेकर जमीन तक हो, जब उससे बदलाव रिसर्च से होते हुए रियल लाइफ में दिखने लगे। आज का भारत जिस साइंटिफिक अप्रोच से आगे बढ़ रहा है, हम उसके नतीजे भी देख रहे हैं। साइंस के क्षेत्र में भारत तेजी से वर्ल्ड के टॉप कंट्रीज में शामिल हो रहा है। अमृत काल में हमें भारत को मॉडर्न साइंस की सबसे एडवांस लेबोरेटरी बनाना है।
दिल्ली में आज विज्ञान भवन में राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस समारोह का आयोजन हुआ। आपके लिए स्पेशल रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं आशीष तिवारी। दिल्ली में आज विज्ञान भवन में राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस समारोह का आयोजन हुआ। आपके लिए स्पेशल रिपोर्ट प्रस्तुत कर रहे हैं आशीष तिवारी। दिल्ली के विज्ञान भवन में आज राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस समारोह का आयोजन हुआ। इस आयोजन में केंद्रीय विज्ञान और प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्री डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह, भारत सरकार के प्रधान वैज्ञानिक सलाहकार प्रोफेसर ए.के. सूद, विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग के सचिव डॉक्टर श्रीवारी चंद्रशेखर, भारत सरकार के पूर्व प्रधान वैज्ञानिक सलाहकार प्रोफेसर के. विजयराघवन ने शिरकत की। इस कार्यक्रम में वैज्ञानिक चेतना के प्रचार प्रसार में योगदान देने वाले विज्ञान संचारकों को राष्ट्रीय पुरस्कार प्रदान किए गए। भारत सरकार के राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संचार परिषद NCSTC की ओर से हर वर्ष विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संचार में उल्लेखनीय योगदान देने वाले संचारकों को ये पुरस्कार प्रदान किए जाते हैं। कार्यक्रम को संबोधित करते हुए डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह ने अंतरिक्ष क्षेत्र की उपलब्धियों का उल्लेख किया। साथ ही उन्होंने कहा कि बेहद कम समय में वैक्सीन विकास करके भारत ने अपने वैज्ञानिक क्षमता को साबित किया है।
On the dais, Principal Scientific Advisor, Professor Sood, former PSA, Dr. Raghavan, Secretary DST, Dr. Chandrasekhar, Dr. Mohanty, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Dr. Ravi Chandran, former secretaries, eminent members of the scientific fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must congratulate the recipients of these awards this morning. And I'm sure they must be looking forward to this National Science Day more than any one of us, because they are the ones who will be carrying home the award. But nevertheless, well deserved, and I'm sure you will keep it up even in the years to come. The National Science Day, as we observe every year, in fact, is an occasion for us to reiterate ourselves to the cause and to the goals that we have laid for ourselves. Right from the day, the inspiration came from none less than C.V. Raman. And therefore, to commemorate his legacy and also try to live up to that legacy, if not wholly, at least partly, or to the extent that we can do. We've been observing this day since the year 1928. There have been landmarks after that. India, after independence, got its first science policy somewhere in 1953. Then, of course, the STI policy, etc., etc. But to cut the long story short, I think the vindication came in 2014. And being students of science, as we learned to speak with a certain amount of evidence, I sometimes feel that India had no dearth of potential, no dearth of capabilities, no dearth of focus of mind. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had someone like C.V. Raman. But after independence, I think what was lacking was prioritization. And prioritization at two levels, at the level of the policy planners, at the level of the political dispensation. And there, precisely, the difference happened with the arrival of someone like Modi. And after 2014, in the last 8 or 9 years, there has been a visible change in the political discourse, and there's an assertive shift of priorities. And as I was saying, we must never give up the habit of talking without evidence. I'm not sure as it would have occurred to anybody in this room. If you just look back at the 9 Independence Day addresses that have been delivered by Prime Minister Modi from the ramparts of the Red Fort, you'll find not a single one of these having gone without the mention of a premier scientific initiative or a program which was something unheard of, unparalleled in the history of independence India. Because the Independence Day address is actually a kind of a declaration of intent of the government in place. And there are many other lofty platitudes to be delivered. Just to cite this instance, in his first Independence Day address in 2014, he speaks about cleanliness. The most fundamental issue, which is related to hygiene, related to healthcare, and emphasizes Swachhata primarily so, declaring the intent of his government for the construction of the women toilets, realizing that one of the commonest causes of urinary tract disease in India was lack of toilet facility in the females, or inadequate or insufficient facility. Besides, of course, the other diseases like diabetes, etc., where it happens for other reasons. So there was a kind of a sensitive reflection happening. And within 1 year, we had as many as 4 lakh female toilets built across the country in different schools and colleges. Because I'm saying so because this is often not talked about, often not discussed about, doesn't form a part of the TV discussion, and usually it slips our mind. And therefore today, before I conclude, I would make you realize that the world is looking up to us. And is looking up to us because we have vindicated ourselves. We have vindicated ourselves with definite markers. In the Global Innovation Index, we have jumped from 81 to 40, all in the recent 3, 4, 5 years. In the publications, we have jumped from 6 to 3. In the startup ecosystem, we have emerged number 3. But as I said, in 2015, when the call was made for Startup India, nobody understood whether it was meant to be started up or meant to be stood up. And therefore, the world is ready to be led by India. And the question is, are we ready to lead? seeing the confidence of these bright brains sitting in this room, I dare take and gather the courage to say, yes, we are ready. We are ready to take the challenge. We are ready to avail of the opportunity. And today, on the occasion of National Science Day, we take the first step by significantly and also symbolically launching the Vaibhav Fellowship Scheme for the Indian diaspora abroad, our bright, young, and not so young scientific minds abroad, to be encouraged, to be promoted, to be motivated, to collaborate with the domestic brains over here for a much, much more wholesome growth. And this Vaibhav stands for Vaishvik Bharatiya Vigyanik. Vaishvik hokar ke bhi Bharatiya. So global perspective for the cause of India. Being again collaborated with what remains to be Indian. And from here, we move on to embark on the journey of next 25 years. And I have the confidence to say, those of us who are around at that time, 25 years hence, will realize that India's scientific prowess will determine India's future economy, and will also determine the contours of the face of India as it appears in the year 2047. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, best wishes.
भारत सरकार के प्रधान वैज्ञानिक सलाहकार डॉक्टर अजय कुमार सूद ने वैश्विक कल्याण के लिए वैश्विक विज्ञान विषय के पीछे के तर्क को समझाया।
Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Professor Vijay Raghavan, Professor S. Chandrasekhar, Dr. Mohanty, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a day of celebration of science, which has touched and shaped our lives over so many years in all aspects. This year's theme, as given by our Honorable Minister, Global Science for Global Well-being, is significant for India in the year of its presidency of G20, and we strive for innovation and science and technology to benefit the entire planet. We all know that India has made significant strides in scientific research and development, and our scientists have made numerous contributions to the world. Science is a powerful tool that can transform the world and improve people's life everywhere. It is crucial, without any doubt, that we work together to address global challenges such as climate change, poverty, and disease, and so on, and harness the power of science and technology to find solutions that benefit all humanity. As this is the year of G20 India's presidency, we plan an agenda to advance science and provide collective leadership for global science advice. We are committed to working with G20 members and other countries to drive scientific progress for the betterment of all. We know that science, technology, innovation, and education are the 4 pillars of equal strength on which a nation stands. We often have a discussion whether it is basic science or applied science, but looking at today's event to celebrate the Raman effect, if you realize when Sir C.V. Raman started on this curiosity that what could be the equivalent of Compton effect, which was announced few years before this discovery, he wanted to see if there is a electromagnetic counterpart to the Compton effect, and years of work, almost 6 years of work, led to this discovery, which is named after him. There were lots of hurdles with very limited funding, where one had to decipher whether it is the Raman signal, which we now call Raman signal, or the photoluminescence. And that itself took number of years, very, very hard work to come to this stage. So what we need to realize is today's basic science will be tomorrow's technology. You are all carrying GPS in your pockets. I am sure there will not be a single person in the hall who will not have a mobile. But do you recognize that without general theory of relativity, you would not be using the GPS accurately? So that you can see the power of science. Of course, cyber security, which is so essential for our digital transaction, for which India is known, would not have happened because of, but for the basic mathematics like algebraic geometry and so on. Raman effect started with a curiosity, and it has been used in basic science to decipher the vibrational signatures, the magnetic signatures, electronic signatures, and so on of solids, and more recently on topological excitations, which is where the quantum frontier is opening up. And India has announced, or is going soon to announce, a big quantum mission in this direction. At the same time, now we know that Raman effect is used in almost all branches of applied science, be it label-free diagnostic, drug discovery, be it material discovery. Semiconductor industry would not be making so much progress but for the Raman signatures of the materials, catalysis, and so on. So all this tells us that we need to move on all fronts: fundamental science, basic science, technology, innovation, and all of them put together to take our country forward. I would like to stress that science needs no boundary. It is a global endeavor that requires collaboration and cooperation from scientists around the world. As we celebrate National Science Day and reflect on the theme, Global Science for Global Well-being, let us commit ourselves for working together to create a brighter, healthier, and more prosperous future for all the generations to come. Thank you very much.
विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग के सचिव डॉक्टर श्रीवारी चंद्रशेखर ने कहा कि राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान दिवस एक ऐसा दिन है जब हम रामन प्रभाव को याद करते हैं.
Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh Ji, Professor Sood, Professor Vijay Raghavan, Mohanty, all the friends in the audience today, greetings to all of you on this important National Science Day. It's my privilege and honor to welcome all of you for these celebrations at Vigyan Bhavan. We can proudly proclaim that science and technology has been an integral part of a rich and diverse civilization and culture since time immemorial. On this platform, I would like to sincerely thank our Honorable Minister for suggesting us the theme of this year, Global Science for Global Well-being, keeping in view the G20 presidency we got. Thank you so much, sir. The National Science Day is celebrated, as all of us are aware, on this day when Sir C.V. Raman has discovered the Raman effect. Celebrations of important scientific days is very important, especially for our young school minds who are sitting in the back rows. It's very important that they inculcate the culture of science at the very early life. Many institutions organize open houses for their laboratories and appraise students about career opportunities available in science and technology. Also, we have a dedicated department, National Council for Science and Technology Communication, which has been supporting various programs for science promotion through state S&T councils. Ministry of Science and Technology cover a very large canvas of R&D from deep ocean to mystery of universe. Our range encompasses grassroots innovators to top class of scientists. Our activities impact right from a farmer in a remote corner of the country to sophisticated industries such as space. To cater to such a large audience, we also need to have adequate resources, and we are happy that DST has got enhanced budget this year. The investments in science and technology endeavor and new thrust given to several initiatives which directly benefit the common man has translated into prosperity and general welfare of the masses. Therefore, the science and technology has a critical role to play in creating Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is ready for the future. Not only are we taking science to people and making it popular, but we are also recognizing the efforts of scientists, especially the science communicators who are engaged in the process. The department has also instituted many awards which will be presented today on this auspicious day. In addition to these awards, we are also going to release few special publications, including Women Engineers in India, Volume 1, Compendium on the Landmark Achievements, Engineering and Technology in Independent India, INA Report of Committee on Technological Preparedness for Dealing with National Disruptions, Compendium of Avsar Selected Popular Science Stories for the year 2021, and Vigyan Vidushi, 75 Women Trailblazers of Science. The theme of the National Science Day, as mentioned, Global Science for Global Wellbeing, certainly is an important title for all of us as we celebrate G20 this year. I'm also happy that former Secretary, Department of Biotechnology and former PSA, Dr. Vijay Raghavan, has accepted to deliver today's National Science Day lecture. Of course, public awareness during this India presidency of G20 is very critical, and I welcome all of you to see that how the G20 message goes across the school children also. Thank you. Jai Hind.
इस दौरान विभिन्न प्रकाशनों का लोकार्पण किया गया। इनमें विमेन इंजीनियर्स इन इंडिया, लैंडमार्क अचीवमेंट्स इन इंजीनियर्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इन इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया और विज्ञान विदुषी शामिल हैं। ये था आज का विज्ञान की आवाज। आपको ये पॉडकास्ट कैसा लगा हमें बताएं mediaforcommunity@gmail.com पर। इस पॉडकास्ट को प्रोड्यूस किया है आशीष तिवारी ने।